Oh, we get on over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we get on over here. That's where they got on. Alright, so we did have to pay after all. It was $12.40 each, a round trip. And we're going to take the cable car up to Montjuic.
So they want to get out, they want two trips. So
we're going to get on this cable car over here. And you can see it's moving very slow, but apparently it moves faster once we get underway.
Okay.
Gracias.
Thank you.
So we're on our way to the top of Montjuic, and it looks like it'll take us about 6 hours to get there at this speed. Maybe it'll go a little faster once we get underway. Oh yes, it does. It goes much faster. Look at that. The car in front of us is zipping along. And we should start zipping along any moment now. So we are already up pretty good elevation above the city. You can see through the trees over there the Mediterranean Sea and the waterfront. And now we're about to get a spectacular view of the entire city just above these trees. Wow. Including the park that we almost went to yesterday over there. That would have been a journey. And then of course the Sagrada Familia is here. We don't have the big zoom on, but there's the little zoom, and there's the La Sagrada Familia. And then the rest of the city is spread out in both directions all the way to the water, right over here. And it's a very quiet and smooth tram ride. There's the station where we just came from. And here's the station where we're going to.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And the sun is out here in Barcelona today. We got lucky with the weather. And the high is forecast to be around 60 Fahrenheit, which is about 15 degrees Celsius. So we have not been in this part of Barcelona yet. There's a beautiful park right below us with trails that is very peaceful this morning. No people down there. And we're about to pass through our first station. Not sure, this might be the end.
No, it's halfway.
Halfway?
You can get off here if you want and have a look and then get back on.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Well, according to the brochure.
Oh, let's see if we
With
can
the brochure. Ah.
It's a park and then at the top is the castle, but I'm going to get off here now and have a look.
Okay.
And just get back on.
We could do that if you like.
On the way back?
Okay.
It doesn't stop on the way back.
It doesn't stop on the way
Oh,
back.
it doesn't stop on the way back.
Oh.
I just saw on the map there.
Oh, really? Oh.
Can we hire you as our tour guide? You know a lot about this, this experience.
Oh, got it. And what's over here on this level?
It's a park, I believe. I just read up
Yeah.
the brochure. So.
Yeah, it's a park. There's people
Yeah.
picnicking
It's
out of
just
here.
Nice views.
Look at the picnic this family's setting up right there
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
on a sunny Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
We can even see the mountains off in the distance there. I wish I had my big zoom on so I can zoom into all this. I can switch lenses up top
Okay.
and put on the zoom. All right, we'll continue another clip when we get to the top. Okay, now we're getting off the cable car here at Montjuic. And here we go. Just got off that cable car. And it moves very slowly, so I can exit very easily without any danger or any kind of agility necessary. as you can see, is just crawling along once it gets to the top here. So we're gonna head this way through the turnstiles, and we're gonna go explore Montjuic.
Must be on the way down. It stopped.
Ah, the way down.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
It was one way. It stopped in one way. It didn't.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we can actually get off of that cable car that we just got off in the midpoint to explore that little park if we'd like. And here's a nice big broad overview of the area that we're at now. We're on top of a small mountain, Montjuic. And this is the station where the Olympics were in 1992, I believe. Estadio Olympique de Montjuic. They had the International Olympic Games here back in the either the early 80s or early 90s, I forgot. Here's the fare that we paid, $12.70 each adult, round trip. And there's the one-way fare, $8.40, and these are in euros, of course. These are the 2019 fares, and here's the hours. We are in November, so from November to December, the hours are 10 a.m. to 1800, which is 10 to 6 p.m. And there's a view inside the castle, which we are not going in to see, but we might see the outside of it today. And here we go, out the exit, to see Montjuic and the castle.
Hello, 1 minute, 1 minute.
And there it is. There's the Castle de Montjuic. We don't know any history of this structure, but we're going to read one of the boards up ahead and find out. And we'll have better views. Looks like there's an archery contest going on down at the end of this field. I don't know which direction you want to walk in, but just point, and there we go. We're on the opposite direction. So we'll see the archery contest a little bit later. And now we're going this way towards this ivy-covered brick wall. And there's the top level of the castle right there. Alright, let's go towards the, around the corner. There's the station we just came from. There's one of the original cannons.
€1.
The Castle of Montjuic. Okay, that's good to know. And this cannon looks like it was made, oh gosh, this could be from the early 1900s. It's got a lock on it, so we can't fire it today. But it's one of the old style crank to move. And there's the cranking platform. It's all covered in dirt and moss right now. But this cannon was a very big, huge military installation back then. So this castle was very well fortified. And that cannon actually points out to the Mediterranean Sea. Way out there over those trees is the Mediterranean. So this cannon was able to reach that far out into the Mediterranean. So we're going to continue on around this corner. Oh, and we're going to get a much better view up ahead of the whole castle. Again, we're not going inside, but we are going to take a look around the outside as much as possible before we head back. So I can get over here. So here's some of the gardens of Montjuic, and this beautiful ivy vine crawling up the side of the castle walls is just prevalent throughout the entire wall of the castle. It's absolutely beautiful. Decades of ivy growth, maybe even a couple hundred years of ivy growth going up this wall. So in many areas of the world they would trim back this ivy because it works its way into the mortar between the cracks, and it actually will help to erode a structure because the ivy vines creep their way into between the mortar and the cracks. But they're not concerned about that here because the construction is so solid. The ivy's not going to have an impact on the structure here. And before we go over to the entrance of the castle, we're going to go this way to view the giant and vast Mediterranean Sea right over this wall over here. And you could see from the top of the castle the Spanish flag and possibly the Catalonian flag, I'm not sure yet. So right over this wall is the port of Barcelona and the curved-shaped hotel, which is called W.
Like the letter W.
W. It's also the Westin, I learned from the man sitting next to me yesterday on the plane. The man from San Francisco, Brian, who was a tech software VP, only about 40 years old, and the guy's traveling all over the world for his job. So this is a great time to switch our lens to our zoom so that we can get more detailed video of the port and the sailboats out in the harbor, and hopefully we're going to get a view of the beach, which is where we're heading later this afternoon. Believe it or not, we're going to be all the way up here on this mountain and then all the way down there on the beach somewhere. So we'll see you down there. Okay, here comes the cable car that we took to get up to the top of Montjuic, and we're just below it here. And they're pretty frequent. They seat about 6 or 8 people, and it's $12.70 per person round trip. So we are now at the top of Montjuic, overlooking the city of Barcelona. And let's see if we can focus a little bit better. That's about it. Okay, we'll see you at the next cable car stop, which is right up the top of the hill behind us. You can even see the people inside the cable car. Okay, see you soon. Okay, we're back on the tram heading down to Barcelona, and the tram is a little bit shaky, so we're just getting our stability here. You can see the mountains off in the distance and the cable cars passing us, and we got the cable car to ourselves this time, so can talk a little bit more of this beautiful city of Barcelona, which expands all the way, almost 360-degree view. This is heading southwest over here. This is heading west. This is facing northwest, and this is due north, and you can see the mountains off in the distance. It's called the Teleferic de Montjuic, the cable car of Montjuic. We're already coming up to the mid station where you can supposedly get off. The doors should open. And do we want to get off today or no? At the mid station? Maybe that's where the bathrooms are. So we're continuing our tour of Barcelona off to the northeast, and you can see the port just disappearing below these trees. And off to the right is the yachts and the Hotel W, the Westin Hotel. And then off behind these trees is due east, where the sun just came up. Like I said, it's almost a 360-degree view. Coming into the middle station now, the tram should slow down significantly, and we might actually be able to get off and use the restrooms if the British lady was correct. Looks like the doors did open on the cable car in front of us. Do you want to get off and explore this area? Yes or no? No. All right. So the answer is no. We're not going to get off here. We're going to continue down to the bottom, and there goes the door opening right now. Nobody getting on here. So the next leg of this journey is a little bit longer. That was only about 3 minutes, but the next leg is about 5. so we'll be able to go a little bit slower. I want to get a shot of La Sagrada de Familia. Sagrada Familia, the famous church that Gaudi has designed and is still under construction for a few more years. We're not sure exactly when it's supposed to be completed, but the construction is very actively underway, and there it is. Looks like it's right there. There it is. Alright, so that's it of the view of La Sagrada Familia. And now we're going to head straight back down to the next station. The cable car is speeding up. Oh my god, we're going about 15-20 miles an hour now. Okay, we'll see you at the bottom.